The other thing is Ricky Wysocki is still a force to be reckoned with. He just quietly cut this course apart this weekend.
Whenever he would just bang those putts, whenever the pressure was put on him, it looked like old Ricky.
Yeah, well, it just like I think it was round 3. He just felt out of it, and like you just didn't really feel like Ricky was going to do anything. And then you blink, and he went 8 under through the back 9, and you didn't. He wasn't doing anything crazy. Like he just was Rick. Like he just wasn't messing up. And so everyone else was just kind of messing up here and there, and he just wasn't. He was just executing the shot that was in front of him, getting the birdie, moving on, and he's a big momentum guy. And he just, once he got on the momentum train, he just rode it. And then next thing you know, he only lost his event by 1, and it felt like, even though it felt like he left a lot out there. He lost by 1, and it felt like he had a lot more in there. Now, AB, I'm sure you can say the same about, but for Ricky, it looked very good for Ricky to start the season. It looked very dangerous for Ricky out there.
Maybe he's kind of going into like a new Ricky era where instead of like the Saki bomb that he was before, like now he's sneaky Wysocki.
Sneaky Wysocki. I like that. He definitely had that like veteran feel to him where like, you know, when players
kind of composed. Yeah,
like when players in like the NBA, for instance, like the ones who have the longest career know how to just like adapt. Yeah. Like Vince Carter, obviously when he was like towards the end of his career, when he was a young gun, was just dunking all over people, just like but as he got older, he just adapted his game and then became like a really solid sixth man where like he just knew what to do because he was just really basketball smart. Okay. That's what I feel like Ricky is. Yeah. Is like Ricky's just really disc golf smart. Yeah. To where he knows when to push, when to pull back. He knows the game's going to happen to him at some times, but when he can happen to the game, he's going to take advantage of that moment. He knows like when to, this is a moment that I need to make this putt to put the pressure on. Like AB, for instance, on hole 17, Ricky hit probably like a 60-footer when AB had a 20-footer for bogey. Mm-hmm. If Ricky doesn't hit that 60-footer, AB doesn't miss that bogey putt. Obviously, there's no way to actually prove that statement's true, but that's what it feels like. And I feel like Ricky knew that of like, if I make this putt, there's a very solid chance AB misses that putt because then AB all of a sudden realizes like this 4-stroke lead gets cut to 2 on a very hard finishing 18. Yeah. And if you're a betting man, you know Ricky's going to birdie 18, which means I can't bogey it. Mm-hmm. Like that's the type of stuff that is now when you hit a 60-footer in a guy's face, that's what puts it into their head. And like, that's the type of moments where Ricky just like knows, and it feels like when there's an opportunity to attack like that, Ricky's always there.
I feel like I saw like one of the places that I saw a lot of wisdom from Ricky, like what you're saying, just being disc golf smart, was I believe it's on hole 2. I heard like in the commentary they were saying like nobody's been really quite biting off enough on this first shot on this hole, not really putting themselves in a good position. And then I saw him walk up because I heard in Brody's video when I was editing that, they were talking about how much danger there is in throwing too fast of a disc on that hole because it just skips into that sawgrass on the left. And so I saw Ricky throw his shot, and you think almost at first that he's just early release it into the woods, but he's just throws a flippy disc, hyzer flip on the left, which is cool. I feel like you don't see these kind of shots in disc golf as much anymore. You see more force overs or stuff like that, but he throws really flippy hyzer flip on the left, and then you see it go towards the trees, flip all the way over so that he gets the distance but lands softly and doesn't get to skip into the woods. And I was like, that he was picking apart that hole. Yeah. Like picking apart that course, and that was just so cool to me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Ricky just has that. It was just this tournament. I mean, he's felt like this before, but this tournament really felt that way of like, okay, you know, y'all go do what you want to do. I'm going to get mine. I know when and where I'm going to attack, and I'm going to just be disc golf smart. Like he just felt like the tour veteran out there. Yeah. And he was right in the mix.
That's sick.
You know, it's an exciting year, I think, for a Ricky Wysocki fan.